Howdy mates, good afternoon, how are we all doing? It is Sunday, August 27th, 2023. Hard to believe that it's already approaching the end of August, or basically towards the end of summer. But pretty soon, there will be an opportunity to experience one of my favorite seasons coming up, which is the fall. I'd probably say that's my second favorite, just behind spring. But I am reunited with one of my favorite parks that is owned in part by the Dark County Park District. You could say that this is one of my fond places that molded part of my childhood. Eidson Woods Preserve. And I tell you what, it has definitely been a couple years since my last visit, so it's refreshing. You know, back in the day, of course, and I still do it even, I would oftentimes go in the creek right here and would look at the different rocks and see what macroinvertebrates were present in the water, full of crayfish. It's bittersweet. And for another, it's a little tough, just because my grandma and I used to come out here all the time, and knowing that she's passed away now is grief it's a tough subject, but I do know that she is certainly in my heart. I used to, even with other family members, we would come here all the time. You could say Eidson Woods is one of those first parks that really developed my appreciation for the natural world. I believe this park was incorporated about 15 or so years ago. It was donated by a family, and essentially this is kind of like even though it's not designated yet, but this is somewhat of an old growth forest. You know, with a mixture of maples, sycamores, as well as hickory, just to name a couple of examples. I mean, you even got the sycamore right here, notable for its white, smooth bark to the touch. They're definitely a tree that love to be by the water. That's one of their fond settings where you'll usually find them. Man. It's good to be out here. I know that there's really not too much interpretation going on, but I will say this. You know, upon your travels, it's always good to go back to the places that you grew up in and this isn't too far from the house that I grew up in. So, you know, throughout the years, I would come here all the time. Even with programs going on and whatnot. Yeah, this is good. Anyway, if any of you are ever in the area at all, and you have a chance to visit, you can have an understanding of why this place holds special. This is also one of my brother's favorite parks, too. At least locally speaking. My goodness. Well, anyway, I gotta get going. So, take care, you guys. Have a good one. And Journey on a Journey is, of course, onwards. Take care, folks. See ya.